Hi, it's Andy again, and another week and another sermon teaser. A reminder that this series that we're going through, and we're almost to the 30 week mark of it, but the series is Discovering God on Our Journey. Route 66 is what we're calling it because we're going through each of the 66 books of the Bible with a special emphasis looking for the glory of God. And this week we're in the book of Daniel, and boy, if we want to find an element of the glory of God in Daniel, I think in each of the first 6 chapters of that book we could easily find it. Two probably jump out, taught very often in Sunday school, even at the youngest of ages. The story from Daniel 6 and the lion's den, the story from Daniel 3 and Daniel's companions who are facing the fiery furnace and who are delivered from that fiery furnace. But the handwriting on the wall in chapter 5, and Nebuchadnezzar's craziness in chapter 4. I mean, there's all kinds of things that we could pull from, but we often overlook the last 6 chapters of Daniel. Why? Well, they're a little more confusing. They're not story form, they're visions. We saw how confusing the vision from Ezekiel was this last week, but I also think we do ourselves a disservice when we don't pay attention to the latter portion of Daniel. This week specifically, we're going to look at Daniel chapter 7. Why? Well, of all the things that Jesus could have talked about, and he talked about a couple of things from Daniel, but he pulls from a passage, a vision that Daniel sees that describes Jesus, describes this one coming as the Son of Man on the clouds. Jesus uses that before the high priest at his own trial. I think it's important if Jesus uses it even amongst the last words that he would say, especially to those who were condemning him. So that's going to be our focus this week. Is it glory? Well, chapter 7 has a lot to do with prophecy, and we have to touch on that a little bit, but it's not about past kingdoms or potentially present kingdoms. It's not about past kings. It's about a future kingdom. It's about a current kingdom that will be even further enhanced into the future, and it is about the King of all kings, and that's where our focus should be. I hope you'll join us this week.